Hey everyone, we've reached the seventh day. So we are at a week of 15 days. And today, and on both of day 7 and I believe um, day 15 or something like that, 14, I'm going to be doing a Cricut layout. So for this Cricut layout, I went and downloaded a Coca-Cola themed font and cut out a Coke and a smile with that font. And I really like how that turned out. I've got a page here from a 2014 or 15 trip that we did to the Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta. And I had one piece of Coca-Cola paper, and I just wanted to kind of represent that Coke font. And sometimes it's really hard to get the fonts that are iconic, whether it's Star Wars or Disney, or in this case, Coke, you know there's an iconic font out there. And one of the good things about having a Cricut is you can print and cut, or cut, I should say, those iconic fonts out on your Cricut if you've downloaded them to your computer. So I went to dafont.com and I downloaded the Coca-Cola font, and I'll leave a link to that, and then use that to cut out the title. So this is just one really cool thing that I think is good about using your Cricut. I think there's a lot of different things that are fun about the Cricut. And the next time I do a Cricut layout, I'll probably do a cut file and back it, because that's another really kind of cool way to use your Cricut. But titles are really the big thing. And to me, being able to get those fonts is important. Now, so for this layout, I had this red paper, and the other thing I did is I cut the title out of the middle of that red paper so that I knew I could use that as the base of my page. I'm using a very, I think, 2 years ago, either Photoplay or Simple Stories travel collection, and I basically am getting some of the reds out of it just to use. I am cutting two borders. So the first border is going to be the red, and I actually didn't cut that. I'm using sapphire ink. The Close to My Heart Sapphire is my absolute favorite blue. And I have the cardstock, I have the ink pad. I love it. It's my absolute favorite blue. So if you are looking for a great blue, sapphire from Close to My Heart, 100%. And I'm just double matting this just to kind of give the paper a little more interest. I knew that I didn't have a lot of a background paper, and I didn't want to use a whole page of that Coca-Cola paper. But I also knew that I was going to use a lot of white. So in order to kind of give us something else to play with, I thought a double border would be fun. I think I've said it before in these layouts, but just having matting your whole layout and kind of taking it down to add some borders really does kind of frame out your page and makes it look kind of more professional and more clean, even if all you did was just add two different papers around the edges. So now I am using that Coca-Cola paper. I'm measuring it out so that I can have it along the one side. And then I'm going to mat this picture of us with the Coca-Cola bear. If you haven't been to the Coke Museum in Atlanta, it's a lot of fun. It's one of those things that I don't necessarily think you need to do multiple times, but it is fun. You get to see a lot of old Coke memorabilia. At the very end, you get to taste Coke from all over the world, so different flavors. The kids really love that. Um, so here I am laying out the page. A Coke and a smile is going to go up there, and it's just, I'm going to say, I just love looking at this page, and I love looking at the font and knowing that I made this work without having to, really search hard, find stickers, just the right stickers. I was able to use my Cricut to do it. And this is kind of the base of the page. So at this point, I have glued everything down. I did find a chipboard little piece that had like the location and the date, and I used that. I used that with a word sticker to put on there. And now I'm going to add these arrows on. And right now I'm kind of in an arrow mood. I've been using a lot of arrows. I loved that. I loved that chipboard piece. Now it's pink and kind of teal, but I felt like because it had the blue and it was kind of all in the theme, I just went with it. I'm going to add a camera, and then I'm going to bring the yellow in a little bit and kind of have some stars. And I think that one's pink. just to kind of bring those colors around. But I think it's okay, particularly since, the background of that photo has a little bit of the pink in it, and yellow, is it goes with red. So I'm adding just some tabs along the top, and those have some of those same colors, pink and red and teal, just to kind of repeat it across the page. I've had those tweezers for a while, and I haven't had to use them, and they just came in so handy with that one tab. So I'm layering those three tabs up, and I'm really getting a lot of use out of this old Simple Stories collection, even though it wasn't originally what I thought I would use on this page. I am gluing that chipboard down, even though it has sticky. These older chipboards, I find you just need to add some extra glue to them just to make sure they stick. And there's the yellow star that I add. And I'm just looking for a couple more things. Now, the pineapple. I wanted some more yellow on the page, and there was this pineapple. It has absolutely nothing to do with the Koch Museum. We are currently watching reruns of Psych, the TV show from, I don't know, early 2000s, and they have a pineapple in every episode. So for some reason, when I saw that pineapple, it just made me laugh. And so I just put it on the page. I just thought, you know what? I will look back at this and remember that. So, as I said, I've been on arrow phase lately. This is a close to my heart. I think it's this right here collection, and they have a lot of cool arrows on this particular stamp set. And I just went and added extra arrows to the page. I made them into photo corners on three of the corners, and then I added them on the in the middle of that right hand side. Really, really, really like how that turned out. So this is my page. Like I said, we focused on Cricut a little bit on the font. I love how it turned out. I love the mixing the collection with some paper. Thanks for watching, and please check out the other ladies doing the 15 days. Bye-bye.